Hello everyone, this is AlzaboHD here with a brand new EU4 video for you here today. In this video, we will be checking out the most powerful subject nations and vassal states to obtain in Europa Universalis 4. These subjects are incredibly useful and can convert provinces quickly to your religion, colonize the world for you, and efficiently core territory for you before you diplomatically annex them into your nation. With a multitude of vassals to choose from in every region, we will be looking specifically at countries with exceptional ideas and large amounts of recoverable cores to facilitate your quest in world conquest. Let's get started with number 10. Starting off our list at number 10 is Gascony, a vassal located in the southwest of France. If you're a perfidious Anglo or fellow enemy of France, there is no better way to dismantling the baguette than by releasing vassals from their territory and feeding them cores. Why Gascony, you might ask? They are the largest releasable nation within the French region at the 1444 starting date and constitute 109 development, making them one of the largest separatist tags in the game and roughly comparable to Portugal's starting strength. Although lacking in conversion strength and other related missionary national ideas, Gascony reliably picks religious as their second idea group, making them an ideal vassal for nations interested in converting southern France and Western Europe to foreign religions, most probably Islam if you have your eyes on reforming Andalusia. In regard to their other national ideas, Gascony is an excellent subject, as they receive both a plus 10% infantry combat strength and a massive plus 20% army morale, rendering them a competent pick for a march and allowing them to soak up your frontier by meat shielding you from the doubtlessly upset frogs en colère. Overall, Gascony is a powerful, albeit underrated subject state that both the Iberians and Redcoats can exploit to further their domination of continental Europe. Although their ideas are not nearly as strong as those of France, they serve adequately as a B-list baguette until the big blue blob is small enough to vassalize or subjugate themselves. If you find yourself looking for vassals in South Asia, Persia is unfortunately no longer an option as they are now locked as a formable nation. Instead, Sindh, coming in at number 9 on our list, is a more than suitable replacement, featuring powerful national ideas that provide bonuses to religious conversion and military might. Although their core development of 61 is comparatively low to other vassals on this list, their national traditions more than make up for their lack of starting territory. Sindh is an ideal vassal to feed as they begin with an extra missionary to convert provinces for you and sport an unusually powerful plus 25% land force limit modifier right out of the gate. Furthermore, a Sindhi vassal provides their overlord fantastic national ideas that include a plus 2% missionary strength to convert those hard-to-reach Islamic provinces, and an additional plus 15% national manpower modifier to soak up enemy cannon fodder. Stacking with these religious and military bonuses is the fact that Sindh always picks religious ideas as their third idea group, while also picking offensive and defensive ideas that render them an ideal march and military vassal. While there are many nations in the Indian subcontinent that have arguably equal idea sets, many countries in the region refuse to convert provinces as they often have heretic and heathen tolerance. Therefore, a player that is interested in a one-faith achievement run would be wise to pick Sindh and forcibly convert them to their religion of choice while vassal feeding them the entirety of South Asia. Raising the steps of Central Asia is Kazakhstan at number 8 on our list of strongest vassals. Whether you are Russian to expand eastward across the Siberian wastes, or if you simply seek to block the Tsars of Muscovy from colonizing their way into Asia, Kazakh is ideal for some vassal family fun. Possessing a massive 119 development and cultural cores at the start of the game, Kazakh benefits from tremendously powerful military and expansion ideas that greatly facilitate your expansion and Asian ambitions. More specifically, Kazakh is perfect for absorbing and feeding foreign territory, with highlights that include reduced yearly separatism for decreased rebellions, and a 25% core cost reduction that allows them to annex and integrate territory that you wouldn't want to take anyways. In terms of their military, the Kazakh hordes boast highly disciplined cavalry, accompanied by a 20% combat bonus, more powerful generals, and a useful plus 20% manpower recovery bonus that makes them perfect for serving as cannon fodder so that your more trained and disciplined troops might live another day. Overall, I highly recommend releasing and feeding Kazakh so that one day they serve you in more ways than just exporting potassium and spawning media portrayals by British actors in Romanian villages. If your idea of fun is Germanizing the Baltic coast and putting heathens to the sword, the Teutonic Order at number 7 on our list would serve as an ideal vassal for your expanding nation. Located just outside of the aggressive expansion hell that is the Holy Roman Empire, the TO is ideal to subjugate for those interested in expanding into and outside of the German region. This is because the Hochmeisters of the order benefit from two essential ingredients needed for a well-balanced and nutritious vassal: military-minded traditions that offer their overlord well-disciplined armies, and religious national ideas to convert territory for you, before you invariably integrate it for yourself. Even if the lords of Königsberg are normally too large to vassalize in one war, as they start with 97 development, a shrewd player can wait for the Prussian Confederacy event to fire, whereby Danzig and surrounding territory declare independence and allow you to overtake the Rump State in one war of conquest. But wait, we're just getting started. The Teutonic Order is unique in that they can form the strongest formable nation in the game, Prussia, even as a vassal or subject state. This allows you to benefit from their respective militarization mechanics and sit back and relax, while your subjugated Friedrichs, Goose-Step, and Goomba stomp all over the lesser nations that would dare to attack your unholy union. A Prussian or Teutonic march under the player's yoke is so powerful that it might even be preferable for you to leave them be and opt to integrate other lesser nations, making them arguably one of the best subjects in the game. Emerging from the sands of obscurity is our next releasable nation at number 6 on our list of most powerful vassals. While many players will never see this Arab unicorn, Syria is not to be underestimated, particularly for those of you who seek to dismantle the Ottomans and the Mamluks. Syria is situated at the crossroads of Asia Minor in the Middle East, making it the perfect releasable nation for a springboard into two of the strongest starting nations in the game. What's more is that Syria has a total of 114 development and starting cores, allowing you to feed them large swaths of land that they will promptly convert on your behalf. And convert they will, as Syria boasts plus 1% missionary strength in their ideas, as well as always picking religious as a second idea group, allowing them to reliably and swiftly convert the Saracens into a more suitable faith of your choosing. The rest of their ideas are lackluster outside of their traditions, which mildly increase their national manpower and reduce their land attrition, making them ideal for absorbing Turkish and Egyptian sieges on your behalf. They even possess forts in several of their provinces that will help stall your Levantine enemies, affording you more time to outmaneuver and rout any who might oppose you. Overall, I highly recommend releasing and feeding this vassal for players seeking to expand into the Middle Eastern region, and I find myself using Syria to convert the Asian Minor region in almost every world conquest campaign that I undertake. Do you like your vassals orange? Are you tired of seeing Holland at the top of almost every single one of these lists? Well, too bad. Coming in at number 5 on our list of most valuable vassals are the Dutch, in both their original and evolved polder form. Holland and the Netherlands make underrated subject states, given that they can be fed the English Channel, the most lucrative trade node in the game, and subsequently transfer that trade to your nation. Additionally, the Dukes of Orange always take colonization and administrative ideas, which allows them to colonize and efficiently core vast swaths of land you can later integrate into your nation. Furthermore, Dutch ideas favor both naval and land warfare, making them balanced and well-rounded wartime vassals. Notably, their traditions offer them a staggering plus 50% naval force limit modifier, which allows them to spam light ships to protect your lucrative trade, and their plus 2 naval land leader fire assures them competent captains to sink your enemy's sea lanes. Meanwhile, on land, the Dutch receive a plus 10% siege ability, and a 10% bonus to fire damage, making them competent subjects and ideal as saboteurs. If you set their subject war focus as siege, you can take advantage of the Dutch's natural inclinations to burn down Spanish forts, and illuminate cities orange under the incendiary fire of their superior cannons. Overall, vassals that colonize and transfer trade to you are highly valuable, and I would recommend everyone to subjugate the Dutch for control over northwestern Europe. Castilians need not apply. Navigating their way into number 4 on our list of most powerful vassals is the most relevant rectangle in all of Europe, Portugal. The secret in the sauce of why Portugal is Iberia's best subject nation is readily apparent, and not only for the scheming Spaniards. Their national ideas prioritize exploration and colonization, ensuring that once subjugated and properly fed in ducats, they will happily colonize the world for you in verdant green. What's more, Portugal always picks expansion as their first idea group, and religious ideas as their third idea group, ensuring that they colonize the world and subsequently convert anything and anyone unfortunate enough to be indigenous and in the way of their manifest destiny. Although their starting development will likely prevent you from vassalizing them in one war, after attacking them and picking apart their continental holdings, you and your fellow Iberian lords can subjugate them in any subsequent war of conquest. Overall, there isn't that much to say about Portugal, other than that they have the best color in the game, reliably convert provinces for you, and colonize and create colonial nations that you can later diplomatically integrate into your growing empire. Nearing the top of our list at number 3 of most useful vassals in EU4 is the iconic Purple Phoenix, Byzantium. The only thing more fun than actually playing as the moribund Eastern Roman Empire is subjugating them, preferably with your Italian city-state of choice for historical flavor. With powerful ideas that include increased national manpower, an unrivaled plus 3% missionary strength, and a whopping plus 5% army discipline, the Greco-Roman Rum state makes for an excellent vassal and subject, and one of the most valuable trade nodes in the game. Par for the course with top-tier subject states in our list, Byzantium also comes included with religious, administrative, and military-focused idea sets as their early idea groups, synergizing well with the stackable modifiers found within their traditions and allowing them to convert and core-fed territory effortlessly. Furthermore, the lords of Pelagos have reconquerable and recoverable cores spread across Greece, allowing you to feed them free territory and render them fatter than the Portokalos at your latest rotund Greco-Union, assuming you're able to block the Bosphorus and blockade Mehmed II from fulfilling his destiny. Ultimately, the Byzantines reign supreme as the highest-tier subject nation of Asia Minor and the Balkans, and if you are able to vassalize them or snag them under a personal union, they are more than capable of contributing battle-hardened troops to fight your wars for you, while their missionaries make short work of any wrong religion provinces you feed them, converting provinces faster than any other nation in the game. If your name is Ivan and you're feeling particularly terrible, you might want to hold off on ransacking Novgorod at number 2 on our list, and consider vassalizing them instead. Novgorod makes for one of the best and most underrated vassals in the game, and it's not just because of their missionary strength and military-minded ideas. Let's quickly cover why Novgorod is an exceptionally powerful vassal, largely in part to a particularly insightful post on the EU4 subreddit by fellow Paradox YouTuber SeoKing666. The first reason why Novgorod is an amazing subject is because they always pick administrative and religious ideas, allowing them to core provinces more cheaply while also allowing them to convert all the land you feed them to the true faith. Secondly, their Merchant Republic government form, also known as the Veshe Republic, ensures that they always get an administrative leader when they need mana to core your provinces, while also benefiting from a plus 0.5 yearly Republican tradition national idea that allows them to maintain their government form indefinitely, while you feed them the scraps of your conquests. Next, their national idea, City of Churches, provides them an invaluable plus 1% missionary strength to convert their land, while they also benefit from the stacking bonuses of the religious idea group. Most crucially, however, is that their Vesh Republic government form restricts them to stating only up to 20 provinces, which reduces the coring cost of all subsequent territory you feed them. This is essential, as they will partially core all subsequent territorial conquests, effectively meaning that you only pay 50% of their annexation costs when you diplomatically integrate them. Ultimately, with their administrative ideas and stacking territorial cores, you can integrate them for less than half of the cost of other vassals of any size, rendering them invaluable to royal conquests and One Faith achievement runs. In the description box of this video, I will provide a link to SeoKing's Reddit post and his YouTube channel, and I highly recommend you check out his videos, as they are insightful and educational in terms of groundbreaking strategies to improve your gameplay. Topping our list of most powerful vassals in EU4 is Najd at number 1 on our list. If you thought a poor and undeveloped desert emirate would be unworthy of your subjugation, Jihad and the Arabian princes of Najd would like a word with you. The strength of this tiny and easily overlooked fiefdom lies in its core philosophy of spreading the word of Allah, or your religion of preference, to any land they control. This makes them invaluable for One Faith world conquest campaigns, as their starting tradition of plus 2% missionary strength allows them to immediately convert any and all kafir at the 1444 starting date. Furthermore, their national ideas grant them an additional 2 extra missionaries, and they are strategically located in the immediate vicinity of both Jerusalem and Mecca, which also provide them 2 more missionaries upon conquest. This allows your loyal Mujahideen to possess 5 missionaries and the strength to convert Rome itself in the first half of your campaign, resulting in Najd being unarguably the best religious vassal to feed in the entire game. As if their national ideas were not already well suited to fatwa, Najd also chooses religious ideas as their first idea group, giving them even more missionaries and conversion strength to bend the world to your religion. After your faithful vassal converts the entirety of the Middle East for you, you can effortlessly diplomatically annex them, given that Najd invariably selects administrative ideas, and, combined with the low development of the Western Asian provinces you feed them, results in an incredibly low diplomatic mana investment for absorbing the hardest to convert regions in all of Europe Universalis. Overall, players interested in a one-faith conversion run would be unwise not to take advantage of this Arabian emirate. Equally, if you start in or near the Middle East, subjugating Najd and feeding them should be a top priority for your nation. Before ending the video, I would like to point out specific circumstances where other nations would make much better vassals than those listed in this guide. While normally conversion strength and military ideas make for the best subject states, large nations that have crumbled and have fallen to invasion make for far more useful vassals. As an example, take the Ming dynasty. Ming starts off the game in 1444 as a gigantic monster of a nation, constituting the plurality of global development, but has a tendency to occasionally explode into a plethora of minor nations. When a Ming explosion occurs, players expanding in the Eastern Asian region can greatly benefit from vassalizing and releasing a tiny Ming that will then have cores across Asia that you can return to them for free in subsequent peace deals. If you border Ming as a horde or non-tributary state, you can greatly hasten this process by destabilizing and destroying their mandate, setting the stage for you to later orchestrate the destruction of China and the subsequent rebirth of a vassalized Ming safely under your control. Other large nations that make for fantastic vassals include France, Poland, the Mamluks, and Muscovy, if they fall to other nations, as they have an immense amount of cultural cores to feed and nurse them back to strength as your own vassal. Given that EU4 is such a dynamic game, no two campaigns will play out the same, so a prudent player should always be on the lookout for delicious cores to feed relevant releasable nations. We've reached the end of the video, and I'd like to thank everyone for watching. A special shout out goes to my patrons on Patreon that support the channel and enable me to produce quality content. That concludes my top picks for the most useful vassals and subject states in EU4. What vassals do you enjoy using? Do you agree with my list? Let me know in the comment box below. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a like or a comment, as these will really help the channel grow. The backlog of Patreon poll videos will also release soon, and I apologize for the long delay between my uploads, as life has been a bit busy for me as of late. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will cover the highly anticipated Imperator Rome.